Damn.
Peachy.
That is a
Jesus
peach.
Right.
Did you like sucking my?
Did y'all know this was going to be this?
It's quite a lot, isn't it? You have to blur that.
When does this just become? I think we need a fan.
Lie on the bed and let you do it some more.
Put it in
Where,
your mouth,
when,
in your
how,
hands.
on my knees, fine, great.
Whoa! Okay, we need to bring the thirst down, I think. Bring that thirst
We need to bring it down. I don't really know how much of this can go on YouTube. Not gonna lie.
No. Something exciting has happened today, and I'm sure you know what it is.
Oh, hi, YouTube.
Hello.
Welcome back to A Story Worth Telling.
Yeah, well, we do media and shit. Heated Rivalry has come out today, which has been long awaited and, dare I say, eagerly anticipated in our community.
I read an article and it said Heated Rivalry is the only gay series that has had more hype before it came out.
Oh, it's the
Super
most
hype before it's
pre-hyped thing.
before it's even been released.
I think Red, White, and Royal Blue got equal hype beforehand.
No, it came out and then people were like, "Oh, have you seen that thing on Red? Yeah," but like this has like not even come out and people already. So I don't understand it. Now, what I will say is, I think there's something to be said about the power of a fandom in something like an LGBT literature series, because I believe these are based off books, a book series,
okay.
and
Of the
that's
same
really powerful stuff. Clearly, that like someone wrote a collection of LGBT stories, and actually they were so influential to an entire generation that this says it's being made into a series, and actually people are going crazy for it. I've never,
Just like
I don't
Red,
read,
Right. You do read.
but the response from the internet tells me
been madness.
that there is value, there's such importance and value in this, and I think that also just speaks volumes about like where we're going with queer representation. Because like, if you're
Or
already getting this much
is
hype,
some kind of like thirsty ass motherfucking show, and we're about
it
to
could be
in
really
for a treat.
thirsty, but then we also appreciate the thirst sometimes, don't we?
We've got to have some wins.
But it just makes me kind of smile, because I'm like, a decade, maybe 2 decades ago, you would have fandoms over very mainstream stuff. Like The Hunger Games was a book series.
Yeah. Oh,
Or-
Twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we've got this series, and it's gay-centric, and it's like, That's
I like
amazing.
to think that they pitched it to the studio and they were like, let's do some market research. And people were like, yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, great.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's come out in Canada, I believe.
Also on a network called Crave, which I feel like,
Yeah. I'm hungry.
that's a good name.
So I don't know how widely accessible it will be. We are looking for a VPN sponsor for this very reason. So reach out to us if you're interested in that.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be so
Yeah.
good. VPN sponsors.
But it is good news because we'll be doing the show over on Patreon, and you can see the full
Yes.
uncut thing with us, react to it,
I don't really know what to expect.
review.
I'm
Yeah.
not a big hockey. I don't get hockey.
Patreon links below, by the way. Go
Oh,
over
yes,
it.
Patreon
Go
links
over
below.
it.
I don't really get sport, but I do get gay sex.
Right. So you judge the sex. I'll judge the sport.
We'll meet in the
You'll
middle
judge
somewhere.
the show. There you go.
Yeah, best of 3.
That's a sporting term.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
and
rock,
like
paper,
rock,
scissors.
paper, scissors.
So apart from like the general concept, which is like 2 competing teams, 2 of the guys.
I know
get
one
a
of the
bit
main
like,
characters
ooh.
is Russian, and I think there's so much to be spoken about that as well in terms of representation.
Ooh, we'll get into that. I have lots of things to say.
I think.
Anyway,
I
but we'll
think
get into
moreover,
that.
this will be. We're interested to hear your thoughts on this and why the queer community, maybe even more than the queer community, really love this so much. I think there's lots to understand from our point of view, but more to understand from yours. So
And to help the algorithm and to help us, give this video a like if you want us to do the whole show.
like, share, subscribe for more. Okay.
Oh God, I'm so ready.
Ilya Rozanov.
It's a bit loud.
Shane Hollander. I wanted to introduce myself. Oh, I'm not sure you're supposed to smoke here.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. You're an awesome player to watch.
Yes.
I feel like this when I'm talking to American people, because I'm sometimes a man of few words, and actually, maybe that comes across as a bit kind of cold and mean. I don't mean to be. I'm just tired.
Good luck in the tournament.
I think that's quite nice, saying hello to your competition.
You will not be so nice when we beat you.
That's not happening.
Oh, we do like a competitive person, though.
Canada's Shane Hollander and Russia's Ilya Rozanov.
See, I think this is quite a good show to follow on from from boots because we made the comparison about how both of these industries have very toxic masculine energies, and they're quite repressive in a way to sexuality. So
I think that's quite a generalization, but like,
is it though?
Well, yes,
is it?
It is, yes.
I think
I'm sure volleyball
history
doesn't have that.
No, but I think history in general has told us that the sporting industry as a whole has not been the most welcoming to queer athletes and their coming out journeys and their acceptance among teams and stuff. Similarly to the Marines and the military.
Maybe like team sports predominantly as well.
Everything we've seen and heard, he may not be the most sociable, but this is the kid with the highest hockey IQ out there.
He's got street smarts.
I would just end up smacking someone in the shin.
Then you've got Russia's Ilya Rozanov. Strong on the puck. And from everything we've heard, he really gets under other players' skins.
A heartbreaking loss for a young Canadian team still searching for an identity.
He was right.
Win some, you lose some.
And more importantly, Ilya Rozanov kept getting past theirs.
See what the draft.
It's quite like...
I'm liking the club music.
Yeah, it is. The style is quite fun.
Over here, hey, flash me those numbers.
Okay, someone needs to do something with Hollander's hair.
I know.
Like, girl, come on now. Ooh. The draft is like when they're like, we want you and you and you, right?
Yeah. It's like in RuPaul's Drag Race where they're like selecting the teams and like. You don't
I
really
love
pick
that you
last.
compare it to RuPaul's Drag Race, which is our sport. Gym. I once went
Struggle for the
to
motivation,
a
obviously.
hotel gym in America,
They're
and the
always
only
shit.
thing working was the TV. I tried to
So
like
you just sat down and
yeah.
watched TV.
Yeah, because like there was a bike, there was a treadmill, there was like that was
nothing
it.
worked.
None of it worked. The TV worked.
Did you feel like you were working out though?
It was a workout. Tried to fucking figuring out the plug system, and then I was like, "Well, I'll give up. I'll just watch telly." I'd be a bit like stalker.
Yeah, like, what the hell?
You like what you see? Oh, see, I feel like this already.
It's getting heated.
Competitiveness.
I think they just want to get sweaty together.
Competitiveness is thirst. It's
Is
just
that right?
expressed in a different way.
You think so?
Yeah. Like sometimes when you see someone, do you know if you want to beat them or fuck them? You don't.
Sometimes the difference is confusing.
Yeah. Not beat them up, by the way. I mean, like, or maybe. All right.
Okay, we get it. They're cycling.
We get it. You both have small willies.
Only if they're taking anabolic steroids.
What a fucking day, huh?
Yeah, totally.
Is everything you dreamed of?
Almost.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
This was the sneak peek scene.
We will be seeing each other a lot.
This is terrible small talk.
Well, what do you say?
Nice shorts.
The camera shots are so interesting because they're kind of doing things like what they're focusing on rather
Yeah.
than like the scene. I'd be too sweaty after a workout.
Yeah.
To get in on
Be a
that.
bit slippy. Right. I think this is totally on the money. 'Cause when
Yeah, of course it is.
When you're talking with someone who's like super fit, you're not necessarily like you are like staring a little bit, you know? You're staring at
I'm
the
not
bits
gonna
you
lie.
like.
They've kind of gone
The
in
arms,
immediately with
the
this
neck.
show as like, this is what you're thirsting over. Here you go. In the
Yeah.
first what,
You want them
5
sweaty?
minutes?
Here you are.
Yeah. So I hope a story develops.
You want good conversation? We'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, that's way too obvious. Way too obvious.
The staring. The staring is intense.
Because at that point, he could
Cool,
be
we're
like
fucking time hopping here, aren't
he
we?
could be like properly playing with him.
Actually, that's
like,
really interesting.
Getting into his head.
He could be. But what's really interesting is that the time is jumping quite far.
6 months. 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you know, like sometimes you do remember certain people, even if it's been a long time, who like maybe leave an impression on you about like a moment where you were like, ooh. And then if you see them again, like even after all that time, you're like, ooh, you know.
Yeah. I think it's you who like met someone in a club and really got on with them but didn't get their number, and then you couldn't find them on
To
Instagram.
this day.
Yeah.
And
you have
like,
no idea who they are.
and I'd recognize them if I saw them in the street as well.
Yeah.
To this day. I think, yeah, it's weird. Some people just have like a...
And they just disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, whatever your name is...
Describe them. What do they look like? 6'5" blue eyes.
Well,
Crossbone?
I think I remember them because they were my height, which is very rare. They had cute little brown eyes, short hair. Doesn't really narrow it down,
No, it
does
doesn't,
it?
I'm afraid.
Что ты, придурок, проиграл гребаный матч.
Какого хрена ты от меня хочешь, Алексей? Иди нахер.
So, of course, this is in the context of Russia, which, of course, as we know, is probably one of the least hospitable places on earth for gay people.
Yeah.
Like state-sponsored, like they even had, maybe it was Poland where they had like no gay zones, but those like just
Poland
places
did have
where-
that, but
yeah.
Russia has
They have like Section 28 kind of
historically
equivalent
been
stuff.
anti any form of propaganda.
Yeah.
Have regularly kind of like locked up people. For
Yeah.
being gay
And like
queer.
charities and things that try and
They've
work
done all
against
that. I
it
don't
get
actually
in
know. I'm
trouble.
assuming it is, but I don't actually know if it's illegal to be gay in Russia. But they have done everything in their power to entrap,
Squash it,
lock up people who are. But I probably should figure out if it actually is. But regardless, even if it was, I don't think anyone would be public about it because you would be faced with like.
Certainly not if you're like an elite sports player.
So not great. And it's weird because even the use of that slur in that context, if he was, which I think we are assuming that he is for this show from what we've seen in the trailer and stuff, he can't be offended by it because then that would be letting those people know that you were. So very, very hostile. I mean, he can be offended by it, but it's very hostile to be calling that out because then you are, yeah.
What a comeback for Canada. A huge win for the hometown.
Woo! I've got Canadian family, so I'm Team Canada.
It's good. Cameron, you're happy with that? All right, that's perfect. You give us a second, we're going to be good to go.
Oh, I'd be all for the camera.
Yeah.
You're wearing makeup too.
Yeah, but I don't look pretty.
You think I'm pretty? Thanks.
Good. Okay, let's go.
This is a little bit.
Oh, we're going to bump into each other.
Okay. I get it, guys. It's been a long day. I know.
Just kiss.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, I can do it. I promise.
Go ahead.
Well, they have to be actors now?
Okay, I think
Come
we
on.
are going to get here. Thanks, guys.
In fact, I'd watch that blooper reel.
Have to be seen in your Reebok.
I know, Mom.
Because you
Horrible
cannot be in anything else.
Mom, I'm always wearing skates.
This is a lot of money, Shane, and you're the youngest hockey player they've ever signed to a deal.
Pressure, pressure, pressure.
A lot of kids are going to be looking up to you. Kids that don't see themselves here a lot.
Damn!
Peachy.
That is a
Jesus
peach!
Christ.
Is that real?
What do you mean, is that real?
Well, you just never know these days, do you?
He's not had a Brazilian bum lift, has he? Very dangerous, those.
Oh, yeah.
Very dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. There's no hiding here, is there? There's that. Oh.
Fuck off.
What's really interesting here is that the character who I would
We're going to
assume
need some fans, I think.
to be more
At risk.
at risk is far more bolder in their... Like, he fully just went,
but there's a bit like
nice
kind of
dig.
cocksure kind of cocky attitude, isn't there, from like elite sports players?
There
So maybe
is,
they're just
but
like,
I think from a global political perspective of what we know about these countries and people from them, it's interesting that the Russian one is actually far more. But maybe that's because, like, in his eyes, he's like, I've got, like, what else is there to, like, you know, like, I've got everything to lose, but also I've got, like, I might have to go for it, you know?
Well, maybe he's also thinking, like, I'm here in Toronto where the rules are a lot more liberal.
True.
And actually, maybe this is an opportunity for me to, like, let loose a bit.
True.
You know?
True. And clearly, the other guy over here is...
having a bit of a moment, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of remember being the first time in, like, a public shower where, like, even though I know I'm gay, if someone tries to be like, you know, it's like, no, I can't. And it's like, well, actually, I can if I want to.
He looked first. So he just needs to, like, I don't think he's comfortable with who he is yet.
I just need to see the peaches one more time. Because that one peach was like a fucking...
That was peachy.
That was
Peachy. Find your words.
Asteroid.
Wait. Is there some...
Okay, we just going for it now.
Not here.
Not here?
If not here, then where, my dear?
I'm feeling a little bit flustered.
We can forget that happened in there, okay?
Well, you're a really bad liar.
I mean, you wouldn't kick him out of bed.
I wouldn't kick him out of anything.
14:10?
Well, if I come to 14:10 tonight, it's 9 o'clock.
I might open.
I might knock.
Open sesame.
Oh, I love a bit of talk like that.
I reckon he's so, like, confused about what he actually wants. This
kind of conversation is so
a very,
interesting.
very bad idea.
No, I think it's great. This kind of conversation where, like, sometimes when we see representation where, like, the individual doesn't want to have to make the choice. And so language is used in a way where it's like, if I do this, yes, say yes if you would be comfortable. And, you know, and they're like, yes. And he's like, and if I not?
Yeah,
you know?
it's because, like, one person needs to be assertive, right,
yes,
to make it happen.
But also because it's easier sometimes than the person saying it themselves and having to, like, kind of rationalize it, whereas they're just going yes to your questions, you know, as a sort of like, or like answering. It's like, or similar to, like, you know, when we watch the trailer for Plain Clothes and he comes up to him and he goes, blink once or blink twice.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so there's a level of, like, yes, it's like assertive and there's almost a little bit of dom sub in there going on, but I think also it speaks volumes to, like, when certain people aren't quite comfortable enough to say it to themselves, but are still in that phase where they're like, I need this, I need to try this, or I want to explore this, but I don't know how to vocalize it.
It reminds me of there's that scene from Red, White, and Roll Blue again. It's coming up where he's like, I'm going to come to your room at this time and do some very bad things to you. It's like, whoa,
yes, please.
But, like, it's quite refreshing to have someone who's so assertive and like, I want this. Like, just say yes.
Oh, honey, I'm a sucker for it. Honestly, I'm an absolute, like, if you're a little bit assertive, I am where, when, how, on my knees, fine, great.
Whoa! Okay, we need to bring the thirst down, I think. Bring that thirst
We need to bring it down. I just saw a freaking planet the size of Jupiter on screen. An ass the size of Jupiter.
We've all had this feeling, though, waiting for a hookup, not really knowing what to do with yourself. Best just waiting.
Look out the window and you're like,
oh God,
maybe
really?
not.
He looks a little bit like Omar Rudberg.
Yeah, he does a bit.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello there.
Mother.
Oh, I'm trying to go down.
This is going up.
I think that's probably the one person you wouldn't want to see in the lift.
I thought you might chicken out.
I'm not a chicken. Want to sit?
Not really.
This is such a bad idea.
This is such a good idea. God, they haven't literally first episode going. It's so interesting because so many shows that we watch like this
Will be teasy.
will tease it out for at least 5 episodes. This show goes, no, it's happening day one.
And I'm not mad about it.
Oh. I'm going to put my drink down because fucking hell, I'm going to spill it. Oh, look, they both know what, look like they know what they're doing.
It's trousers. It's not like rocket science.
If you've never done it before, you are so nervous, you don't even know how to open trousers.
I think he is super nervous, though. Oh.
Ooh, he's super kinky, that's what he is. Did y'all know this was going to be this?
It's quite a lot, isn't it?
Was it bad? Oh, no. Opposite.
It was brief.
Is your first time with the men? You? No.
You can tell.
My coach's son back in Russia.
Did he say his coach's son?
No. It was nothing serious, and we had same secret.
That's the thing as well. When you're in a country like that, you both got a secret.
Did you like sucking my cock?
Bloody hell.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, shoes off, please.
Like, way more thirsty than I thought it was going to be.
Do you think everyone knew about it? Is that why
I think
people
that's
have been...
probably why. Yeah.
Maybe they just leaked all the nude scenes way ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Clever, yeah. Sex sells. Yeah.
Yeah, marketing.
Yeah, my pleasure.
But this is what I mean real quick, though. This is what I'm afraid, and I'm not going to, like, bring them tone down as a hater. This is what I'm afraid LGBTQ media becomes sometimes. Is a too much of a over-thirsting. And don't get me wrong, I love to thirst. I do it all the time in half of our videos.
You are very thirsty.
But I'm afraid that queer media becomes too over-thirsty sometimes with it, especially men sex scenes. And that's the extent of what representation is. And I don't want that to be... I get it. Like, I do get it. Because,
but you
like,
can
almost
tell
like it's like an
stories
easy way...
even with it.
Yes, you can.
Like Fellow Travelers, they had, like,
yes,
outrageously thirsty scenes.
They did. And
Glasses
you can
of
tell,
milk,
yeah.
feet in people's faces.
Yeah. But the Fellow Travelers, in my mind, did the right balance of, like, it was well balanced. It was not just that. It was
Okay, let's tackle some interesting topics.
And so I think as long as you're ensuring on doing that and you're not, and to a degree, don't get me wrong, like, sex is a facet of life and therefore has something to be represented to everyone as a story. But we need to kind of evaluate where it crosses the line and then it just becomes gay men having sex. That's what sells. That's what queer rep is. That's everything, because that's not the extent of what queer rep is. And as much as you can have, like, these huge fandoms over it, and don't get me wrong, it's better than the representation that we had before, but it still is in a way kind of not a good form of representation.
We might learn the rules of ice hockey as well.
Ice cocky, more like.
No.
Anyway, we'll learn.
I think you have an interesting point. I think let's give them the first episode to, like,
shag it out.
Yeah, and then
keep on shagging.
More, yeah. I guess
not
they're
angry about the
show some
bums. Honestly, I love a bum, and the bums are ka-ching.
He's being like a teacher, you know, in that sense.
I don't want to be that with someone. I ain't got time to teach you. You either know it or you don't, love. Fucking hell.
You have to blur that.
When does this just become porn?
I mean, that is basically porn, isn't it?
I think we need a fan.
Several fans? I think there were subtitles. They would be Russian noises. Duh.
That's a bit quick for my liking, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. It was fun. What? What? You need something? You think I'm an asshole?
I know you're an asshole.
I would not leave you like that.
Yeah, right.
Let me show you how to do this good.
I don't think that this is going to be good for their focus in sport.
It's not good for my focus right now, and I don't even play sport.
Holy shit, Rosie.
Well, I'm glad you didn't leave him hanging. Blue.
I think he would have done.
I don't really know how much of this can go on YouTube, not gonna lie.
No, I think...
I'm so sorry. I didn't think.
What? That you would come so quick?
Fuck you.
Does this happen in the book?
Well, I think we can all agree that got a bit heated.
I think I've got indigestion.
I think I need a cold shower. That was a long fucking scene.
Look, I think... What do I think about that?
I quite like the awkwardness because, like, it was a very long sex scene. But actually, I feel like if you're going to show what it is like sometimes with two guys, one of which doesn't know what he's doing, that's what it looks like. Because there's a lot of awkward moments there.
Yeah.
And
also,
like, yeah,
also
I'd call you out
like,
too if you tried to go without me.
A lot of like kind of cliche, playful jokes about like, oh, you're quick, or you know, that kind of stuff, which I guess would happen.
They didn't try and make it. They didn't try and like make it fluffy, basically.
No.
Well, it was fluffing, but they didn't try and make it like.
Well, I also think that you know they stayed in the realm of oral sex, which I think is a good like place to begin, because I think that is
boring.
The typical journey for most people.
Yes, you must stretch your jaw before you stretch.
Stop! My God, please.
You're not going to tell anyone about this, are you?
Honey.
Because no one can know.
Неужели? Hollander, look, I'm not going to tell anyone.
Oh, girl.
It's interesting that the anxiety is kind of one way there, actually, about being kind of exposed.
Yeah.
Because you would have thought, yeah, he would have more to fear almost, right?
I'd have preferred a little bit more spooning, but that's okay. Maybe order some room service, then another round, and then go. Oh, he's freaking out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
But you'd also be like, that was amazing.
Yeah, like, damn, what just happened?
Oh,
exactly.
Honey bunny.
What I think was really interesting about that scene is that they kissed at the start.
Yes.
And I think for a lot of people who, you know, maybe a bit more kind of on the, you know, wanting to keep it anonymous side or, you know, secret kind of things, they would shy away from kissing and like forms of like intimacy and rather get straight to kind of the sex, which is kind of less intimate and more like transactional. And I thought it was interesting that they led with that before the hot bits.
I find this so interesting that we're doing these kind of like time jumps and it's just like their sexual encounters or their encounters and then like whether or not they're sexual is like but like, you know, there's no kind of like, we're not actually really getting to know these characters.
But if we're doing so much time skipping, it means that at some point something will have to happen where we address.
I think we're just going to keep jumping in time. But it, like we're not like finding out really much about the characters. We're just kind of like getting these little...
Well, we're seeing quite a lot of the characters.
Well, we're seeing a lot of the characters. We're getting a mouthful of the characters, but we're not getting...
skin deep with this story.
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late.
It's 15 minutes. Don't even worry about it.
No, we don't care. Rolex is in.
Wow.
His mother is his manager.
Shane is exactly the kind of young athlete and young man that Rolex wants to be associated with.
I love my mum, but if she was my manager, she'd be having Sainsbury's sponsor me.
Oh, like Betty Crocker.
Yeah.
You are exactly the kind of person we want.
We believe he will be hockey's most significant ambassador in a generation. Oh, I saw a link today about Ilya Rosenov. So I click on it. He told him that he was going to score 40 goals. Do you remember that?
I remember you yelling something about Russ.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, the nerve. Fuck him. I'm sorry, but I mean it.
He likes him. I remember this glow. I remember feeling like this. Like
It's Ilya Rosenov versus
Shane Hollander.
Je suis content avec n'importe quel mois.
Oh, he speaks French.
Oui, oui.
Мистер Холландер, как это быть идеальным?
I'm worried he's going to start like trying to manipulate him.
$20,000. Черт возьми.
If my brother called me up and was like, give me 20 grand, I'd be like, no.
Твою мать, какая фигня с папой? Папа в порядке.
Here we are at
All stars.
Team North America versus Team Europe.
They're gonna do it.
Footsie time.
How much pressure do you feel from the fans, from the hockey world in general?
All right, not to jump the gun here, but with Rosenov's permission, I know it's only been 2 seasons since Montreal's made the playoff. My mom is the world's biggest Metros fan. She's obsessed, and I want the same thing. I want to be in the playoffs, and I want to win some cups. At this point, it's my job to take that personally.
It's giving Ted Lasso.
What he said.
That blowjob was so good, he'll now die for him. Is what I'm getting.
Sometimes they are.
Sometimes you just got woo.
Good job.
Thanks.
Think I'm going to bed early tonight.
So in sports, I think what also doesn't help the kind of like toxic culture sometimes that can exist is this whole idea of like the part of the title of the show, the rivalry. So like you have team v team, and it builds up. And what's interesting is that like it could have been an entirely whole different dynamic if either of these boys were having a fling with someone on their team.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But the story has chosen to do it as someone on the other team.
I think it's more interesting.
But it's more interesting, but it kind of like there's so many questions that I think can evolve from those different stories. Because on one hand, if it's someone from another team, you explore these ideas of like, is it jealousy? Is it rivalry? Is it just wanting to win or wanting to, you know? And then if it had been someone on their own team, you'd explore these things like, is it just really good friendship, or is it just like supporting each other, or is there more, you know? So it's really interesting how like the choices in the writing there, because I think sometimes these mixed emotions can be very confusing for people. And I think clearly for Shane in particular, there's this like, this is someone who he's meant to be against in his career, but also he's got this, you know, in this sexual interest with, and how do you reconcile that if you're kind of new to all of it, really? So yeah, it's
they're painting a really interesting picture though of you know, Ilya, who's got, you know, maybe a father who's declining, a you know, a nightmare of a brother demanding money all the time, a country that makes him feel unsafe, and like what Shane's got a mother who's a bit demanding.
Quite demanding,
you know, but like the realities of those two in terms of their queerness as well as, you know, their lived experience, I think is very different in terms of the hardships and the privilege, perhaps. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how that goes.
Nice shooting, Rook. Thanks.
Oh shit, did he ever hear that?
Glad to see Rosenov didn't hold my record for more than a minute. He's an asshole, right? I mean, yeah, basically. Lucky me. I'm in the room next door to him at the hotel.
You were saying about people on their own team?
He's someone chasing you.
I'm standing in the hallway like an idiot. Scott Hunter is right next door.
Ooh. And we're straight back in.
Mm-hmm. It's like no time has passed at all.
Give him a minute.
Maybe he's had some experience, some improvements. He's watched some YouTube videos on it.
Maybe. I think he's been exploring sponsorship opportunities.
With Durex. Oh. Get your fucking kit off.
It's just like lusting.
Jesus
all the time, isn't it?
Christ, that ass. But like the times that they have these moments is when they... No, he's really not improved. He's still that quick. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say.
V2, girl, V2.
I'm scared. I'm not scared.
No, he's okay.
I'm not scared.
You ever touch yourself, yeah?
Jesus Christ.
Why? Does touching your ass make you gay?
Rosanov. I'm trying to say I have a thing.
A thing.
A dildo.
What color?
Fuck you.
He's big.
I'm leaving.
No, Hunter, I want to fuck you.
Not here. Not with fucking Hunter next door.
You should let him listen like mating call.
You like that?
This fucking show is filth.
It is filth. It's absolute filth.
Next time. Yeah, we play Montreal in 2 weeks. Hollander, you're having panic attack. It's just a plan to fuck.
The experience of what it feels like as a young person to just like be like, oh my god, in this time, in this space, I can just fucking go for it and I don't have to worry about it. And I quite like that because like I think what it is as well is that where in other shows that we've seen similar things like Invisible Boys and stuff is that we're getting like a balance of the whole story, but like here we are just getting these moments in these hotel rooms. And actually there's something quite nice about choosing to show in a story those moments, because these are the moments that every 6 months that we see them in, we don't see them in anything else but these moments where they can go, I can let myself be. And it's kind of like it's a bit vulnerable, but it's also so carnal, you know.
Carnal.
It is.
Well, what I think is interesting is that like Shane's knee-jerk reaction to like, oh, you're scared, aren't you? Like, I'm not scared. It's like there are all these walls up still and like lots of, you know, like, oh, you're not a man if you're scared, or like inability to talk openly about that stuff. But then he's like, I've got a dildo.
Yeah.
Like,
which
it's
I think
funny. It's
well,
so
I think
funny.
often is a bit of, I think sometimes you make assumptions about people that they have to like fit a certain, okay, well, you're like that, so therefore you must be like that. But people aren't as basic as that. There's such complexity. Someone can be have a dildo but also be a little bit insecure about, you know,
I think
things.
I
So,
think it's
like,
actually very normal to do that because you want to just like have a little experiment.
because we all go at different
You know?
speeds as well, and we all try different things at different times. You know, one person may explore gay sex but also maybe not explore, you know, other parts of their identity that someone else has explored instead that time. Like,
I think Ilya's speed is 100 miles an hour all the time.
I mean, I'm jumping on.
Give me your phone.
He's being assertive again.
Give.
What's my name gonna be?
Jane.
I reckon all the sex is going to be gone after this episode. This is going to be like a different show. I think they're just teasing.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think they're doing this on purpose.
Hey, sorry, boys. No one's getting into Montreal today. 2 feet of snow.
Aww. But he's thinking more about the rendezvous than he is about the game now.
It's a better stick to play with.
Like, whoever she is, she's gonna get over.
Jane, I'd at least be like, Elizabeth, please.
Господи!
Сюрприз!
Светлана, что ты здесь делаешь?
Ну, я вообще старалась для тебя, но я уже об этом жалею.
Who's this?
Я тебя не ожидал. Как ты узнала,
Что,
что...
твою игру отменили? А, ты меня недостоин, мне пора.
Ooh. Twist.
Теперь я действительно ухожу, ты кусок дерьма. Развлекайся с Джейн.
That I did
WTF?
not expect.
Bisexual? Pansexual?
They've been saying all along that he's an asshole.
Arsehole-ishal?
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Better just be ginger ale, Rook.
It is, Mr. Hunter. I wouldn't indulge in front of you.
Oh, fuck off, I'm having a bloody champagne. I'm a rookie.
Old Fox wanted to do some
What,
shots
Johnny
with 3
Marguerite?
Rooks. Would you be into that?
Oh, he's daddy.
Yeah, he's giving Henry Cavill.
That was Hollander and Rosenhaus, right? I just thought.
I don't know where he is. We're not like friends or anything.
He needs to get better at his acting. So they haven't introduced any openly gay characters in this show yet.
But maybe that's because
there aren't any?
There aren't any.
I don't know if it's worth jumping over.
You're drunk.
I'm not. So you're just up here sulking because what, you couldn't take another victory lap around me? I win one stupid fucking thing, you couldn't even show your face down there.
Not everything is about you, Hollander. What the fuck do you want?
Nothing. I just wanted to see the view and get some.
Woof.
Girls.
Sometimes it's good to release the energy, though.
Yeah, in other ways, like in your mouth, not.
And I guess I thought maybe we. Never mind. Okay.
Oh, sorry, you're not gonna get dick down.
Ida's doing like very good internal cognitive dissonance. Oh, they better not get caught.
I think they might.
What the fuck are you doing? We're both in tuxedos out in public.
When is Lucas?
You don't know that.
All in there.
Oh, he took charge in the end.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. This is the thing, because like success for one of them means failure for the other as well. So like they're constantly battling each other that way and then trying to reconcile.
Duel of the Fates. He's giving kind of like Lestat energy.
Yes. European.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
I don't know
this
how to
show.
make...
I mean, I enjoyed it.
It was very arousing.
I'm aroused.
I am aroused.
What story are they trying to tell?
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing that I think I don't know what they're trying to say.
Is this first episode designed to just be like a feast for the eyes? To get you in.
I feel like it is.
And then they're gonna do something.
I always take it with a pinch of salt though, because I've never read the books. When I don't read book series, I don't know.
True.
It's hard to know.
Is it going somewhere?
Yeah, like is it going somewhere? Is this accurate to what people have read? I do like the format of the micro examination of these hotel experiences. I think there's a really interesting story there. But I don't know the characters. But I think that's part of it, is that we're actually quite detached from these characters. We gradually get like, okay, so he's dealing with family issues, he's dealing with pressures. But really, all we're seeing is when they're meeting in a hotel room. And
maybe that's a metaphor for like, we only really see them when they're able to express themselves fully. And they can only do that together in these bedrooms.
It's different. It's very different to a lot of other content that I think I've seen.
Yeah.
It is very sexually charged, but I do think that
very
is
filthy.
That's
a choice, isn't it?
That's a cloying for the fans.
Yeah.
And whether or not that stays that way is questionable. But you know what? It works because it gets us flustered. So I'm not mad about it.
I'm deeply flustered.
It's a bit toxic. Like it is toxic.
It's complicated.
It's not it's not healthy. I wouldn't say it's healthy.
Well, yeah, no, it's not.
Because he's also seeing a girl.
Yeah. So that, yeah. What I would like is a bit more like context, you know?
Yeah.
In the sport of hockey, are people out in 2008
I think
or wherever it was?
that's important sometimes
like,
to know
yeah.
in these shows,
like
to have a little bit of like, you know, even if it was one or two lines that was like, in the history of ice hockey, there has only been like this many outplayers or whatever.
Well,
like,
even that conversation on the roof, he said like, we're in tuxes in public.
Yeah.
Fine. But they could have said like, no one's gay in hockey and you know that.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been a more
I think shows like this often like to make you assume things. So like they go into it and they're like, you as the audience need to assume no, being gay is like ending your career. You know, if someone saw you kissing another person of the same sex, you would be like, out. So like, but like people aren't. It's quite difficult because I don't think everyone necessarily who watches shows is aware of that social cultural background, so it might not be obvious for a lot of people, and some people might watch that and be like, why are they hiding? Yeah. I don't know.
I want like a modern. I know it's based on like an existing piece of literature, but I kind of want like a modern take on it to be like, this is how it could be.
Yeah, I do like the interactions of them in the bed because
they're naked.
But because there is a little bit of like authenticity in that, and I am always someone who will congratulate media for doing, as I do so many of our videos, doing sex scenes is actually really hard to do right.
Yeah, intimacy director is
intimacy
probably very good.
Can often go in ways that just aren't authentic, and that was authentic. If you keep showing that bloody ass, my God, size of fucking melons. watermelons, pumpkins, pumpkin ass.
Well, if you like this video and you want to see episode 2, then please subscribe and consider giving this video a like so that it reaches more people. And let's build some hype around this show. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I will fuck it.
Yeah.
They will fuck them. I will fuck them.
Stop talking about fucking.
Anyway, like, subscribe, check out Patreon. The full thing's over there.
See you
Ta-da.
soon.
Bye.